Mike Alcoholic. I should have said I'm Mike an addict. I know where I'm at. Generally, when I'm at AA, I say alcoholic. When I'm at NA or CA, I say addict. That's just rule of thumb for any newcomers that are here. Because the word itself is a symbol that I belong. And today I believe that I belong. We're talking about the big book tonight. We're on 42. I just want to read a sentence, and then I'm going to share the topic that I had talked about preparing to myself. It says, but they outlined a spiritual answer and a program of action which 100 of them had followed successfully. The program of action, although entirely sensible, was pretty drastic. It meant I would have to throw several lifelong conceptions out the window. That was not easy, but the moment I made up my mind to go through with the process, I had the curious feeling that my alcoholic condition was relieved, as it in fact proved to be. And that's where I want to go with this, where the guy talks about the moment I made up my mind to go through with the process, the curious feeling that the problem had been removed came strongly. And, you know, I can understand that. Like when I ordered P90X off of the television late night one night, I had the curious feeling that I was already fit and trim, even though I just dialed the 1-800 number. So I know exactly how he feels. He said, man, I'm going to do this. And there's a lot of new people in here that feel the same way. I'm excited. I'm going to do this. And when the CDs came, guess what happened? They never even cracked the plastic, right? I mean, I never even saw the inside of them. It sat over there in the corner. So what I learned from the CDs is the same thing that I have to learn from the program, that feelings aren't facts. The proof is in the process. Because what did it say in his story? It said the curious feeling that the drink problem had been removed came strongly, as it in fact proved to be. Now, you can put feelings and proof in the same sentence, but that's not where they live. And like I said, he obviously went on from the feeling, and then he went from the feeling and he worked the program, and that's when he got the proof. So feelings aren't facts, the proof is in the process. And that leads me into what I wanted to talk about anyway, which was, in the title of this topic is, if you can hear my voice, you have a choice. Because I've been hearing a lot of talk the last week or two, and I won't go into why, about how we don't have a choice. And addiction is not a choice. And when we have in our book where it talks about on 24, we have lost the power of choice. We can't bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the pain and humiliation of a week or a month ago. We're without defense. It's talking about somebody who doesn't have the program. It's talking about somebody who's out there for whatever substance. Because our book talks about we must be abstinent from alcohol in any form. And we all know there's a bunch of forms. There's solid alcohol of all kinds. So when we say alcohol in the book, I have to expand that to the other things. So to me, the chip means everything. So if you're new and you're trying to play games with the chip, say I'm going to go to AA and still do pills, or I'm going to go here and still do this. And people actually do this. There's somebody in here high on something as I speak. Within the sound of my voice, I can guarantee it. But I'm just saying, at some point, the chip and the integrity that comes with your sobriety is going to mean more than just playing games and who you can fool. So my point is when it's talking about that on 24, it's talking about somebody that doesn't have the program, who hasn't been involved with the program, who's done what I used to do, not countless times, because I got here before I hit the bottom. I got here before I had hit a bottom. Let me rephrase. I got here before I hit the kinds of bottoms I was hearing in the room. I had not gone down the links that some people had. In our book on 33 talks about to be gravely affected, one does not have to drink the quantities or go down as far as some of us have. Meaning we can get off the elevator if we can get this program. We don't have to lose everything 10 times over. I don't have to be in the ICU 10 times over. I don't have to say in a meeting, oh, I've died before. I always get a kick out of that. I actually died before, and they brought me, but no, you didn't die. You're in a meeting. You know? It's almost like we're bragging about those stories. I don't like bragging about using stories. I like bragging about recovery. and what it's done for me. Because I really need to talk about something to live up to. I need to describe what it's like outside the ditch. I don't need to describe the walls of the ditch to you. You're well aware of what that's like. So there I was in one of my attempts to quit, and I would sing the Addicts National Anthem, I'll Never Do It Again. And then for one reason or another, there I am, like it said on page 24. I had lost the power of choice because after a little bit of time, I couldn't bring into my mind how serious I was when I sang that national anthem. But in contrast, and what did I say the name of the topic was? If you can hear my voice, you have a choice. If you can hear my voice, you're in here. If you can hear my voice and you're not the one person that I described a minute ago that's high, that means you're not on something. If you're not on something, and I'm not on something, I'm not dealing with the phenomenon of craving. That means I'm not on anything. I see it clearly. Just like he did. These guys came and visited him in the hospital, and they said, we got this program of action, and he was so excited about it, and the feeling that it had been removed, and he went forward and worked the steps, and it proved to be true for him. It had been removed. If you can hear my voice, trust me, you have a choice. You can choose, just like I choose on a daily basis, to do this program. Because when I choose to do this program, it's going to keep me from using that dope. So to say that we don't have a choice after we've been here is disingenuous. And newcomers need to know that once you're off of everything and you've been exposed to the program, I do have a choice. Today I would have to choose to go to the state store, but I'm not going to do that. I would have to choose to go to the dope dealer. But today it's not really a choice to not use, because the position of neutrality is within me, like it talks about on 85. It says, what we have is a position of neutrality, safe and protected. It's not been removed. It's been removed. We haven't sworn off. It's just been removed. This happens automatically. So what it is it's a choice to do the program. And by choosing to do the program, I'm not going to go use. So I'm not sitting here going, I'm going to choose not to use today. I know I keep belaboring the point, but I've been hearing a lot of people give a message that gives newcomers, make them think they don't have they have no hope. Well, there's no hope. If you tell them they ain't got a choice, no matter what they do, they ain't got a choice. Well, they're going to leave because they already been told there's no use in trying. I'm here to tell you that if you're in here and you can hear my voice, you never have to use again. One day at a time, as long as you live. You know, our book talks about, on 15, he said, because if a guy who fails to do the work and enlarge his spiritual life, he won't make it through the certain trials and low spots ahead. In converse, it's saying if you do the work and you try to enlarge your spiritual life, you will make it through the trials and low spots ahead, which everybody has life. Life challenge comes at us. See? So I have to learn how to deal with life. I have to learn how to deal with these challenges in the middle of all these old coping mechanisms that I had, that I relied on. And the first go-to thing was to get high to deal with it. And I would wake up with that problem and more problems. I just want to share with you because I just see so many people that I don't recognize. It may be the last time I get to see you. It may be the only time I get to see you. And you may be thinking, no matter what, I don't have a choice. I can't do anything. I'm here to say that you do have a choice. If you're not on anything, you can choose, just like this guy in the book did, to do the best you can and work this program. And you never have to go use. And that feeling can become a fact. But with that comes a responsibility. If I know that I have a choice, if I know that I can work this program and not go back, and I choose to go back, I've got nobody to blame but me. See, I can't blame it on my parents because they drank and used. I can't blame it on her because she didn't text me back in 5.2 minutes. I can't blame it on any kind of something because, see, I've got a spiritual toolkit that helps me get through any challenge. Hell, Chris will tell you, there's challenges come up in life. Tommy will tell you, everybody sitting around me will tell you that life shows up. And they've gotten through some of the hardest things in life sober. When I would have used for a fraction of these things. I'm talking about people around me right now. I've lost parents, have lost jobs, have lost loved ones, wives, mates, have had to make drastic changes in their lives, any one of which I would have used over a fraction of. And that's why we come in here and we share that we can get through anything life has to throw at us, and we can get through it without having to use. Because that's what the third step prayer talks about. It says victory over these difficulties bears witness to those that I would help. And see, that's how this thing works. Not me coming into you and saying I had a bad day and got drunk. That don't bear witness to shit. What bears witness is that I get through challenges of life and I come in here and tell you that the program came to my aid in a time of need. Not because I work the program only when the shit hit the fan, because I come in and do these steps and come to these meetings when things are good. And I pay my daily insurance premium for my recovery. I said I was serious. Am I acting like it? I said I was willing to go to any lengths. Am I going to any lengths? I can't tell you how many people that I've worked with that I ask them the question, are you willing to go to any lengths? And then they say, yes, I'm willing to go to any lengths. And then I ask them to read 10 pages in the book, and they're like, oh, hold on. I got all these reasons why not to. And then you find that most people aren't willing to go to any lengths. Any lengths does not mean you're going to work the 12 steps in the first day. Any lengths is the lengths that you're going to what your sponsor asks you to do. And if you do that project within the agreed upon amount of time, you are going to any lengths. And those successes will build on each other, because we need to build successes in here, because I come in here with a list of failures and a track record of failure. I need to flip the script on my life. And I'm here to tell you that this way of life can do that. I can be a success in here. And it's not about money. It's not about having the prettiest girl. It's not about having the best job. Being a success here is not creating new wreckage of the present, treating people around me decently, living a life clean and sober. And I will find that all those things that I just described that I thought were the most important in the world lose a little bit of their importance. And they're not driving me like they were. And they damn near drove me in the grave. So I just wanted to throw this out. I know I said a lot, and I feel like I went all over the place. I'm not really happy with this topic I just did. I feel like I didn't do a good job on it. You know, I've done a lot better. I feel like I haven't done a good job. I feel like I've tongue-tied, tied myself in a knot, got off in left field, because I've seen some faces. I'm a pro at reading faces, and I know I've lost some people, and I apologize for that. But I hope that in the overall, the common theme is that you can do this. You have what it takes. Today, if you're in here and not on something, you have a choice. I hope you make the correct choice. I've had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, and I'll pass.